What?
I need a reason.
And don't say money. Why do this?
Why not do it? Because yesterday I walked out of the joint after losing 4 years of my life, and you're cold decking Teen Beat cover boys. Because the house always wins. Play long enough, you never change the stakes, the house takes you. Unless, when that perfect hand comes along, you bet big, and then you take the house.
Folks, welcome to Regular Fun's Let's Fucking Go LFG. I'm Victor Marca. We're here with the booze. We've got some notes. There's a lot of things going on. Today's episode is going to be centered around bad luck. It's going to be the mush episode. We're going to talk about all bad luck situations. I'm going to tell you about sometimes I've been terribly mushed. Tell you how to check to see if you've been mushed. We'll even have at the end of the show, I'm going to test to see if I'm currently mushed in the Italian version of Il Malocchio, and then how to cure it, right? So my name is Victor Marca. I think I said that already. Go out to Twitter at GFY Marca. Go to Facebook, the Regular Fun page out there. Go to Twitter, Regular Fun Posts. Go to Instagram, Regular Fun Media. Of course, come to YouTube if you're watching this, you're on it. And subscribe to my channel. That would be awesome. Like this stupid thing, share it with people, and make me have enough money to go out there and do things, sell it to Dave Portnoy or whatnot. That'd be really cool. But anyway, I'm here. Welcome to everyone. We're basically gearing up Regular Fun at this point. So we've got the podcast coming. I don't think the Scores and Odds is coming because there are people in my crew that are just complete babies and they can't handle any kind of structure or regularness. So in that respects, we're probably not going to have that channel ever coming or that podcast ever coming. I was hoping it could be a segment. We'll see if they can get their panties out of their asshole. It's possible we can have a nice Scores and Odds weekly. But barring that, we'll have some funny videos that come out over the weekends that we'll post to channel clips and things like that when we're at the bars, casinos, wherever we're going. Places are opening up. Masks are still required for the time being, but we're getting closer. So we're going to start rolling with our events. We're going to start getting out there. We're going to start trying to do things. Pursuant to that, we have a slot pool that's coming. My cousin Drunkle is scheduling all of this right now. We're probably going to do it in November. It looks like we're going to try to get a bunch of people together. I think we're talking about $200 a person. We're going to do regimented pools. So we'll do 50 pools at a high limit slot machine, $50, $100 to spend, depending on what it is. Anything we hit, we'll be splitting it directly across the group. We're going to broadcast it live, so y'all know that we're not trying to steal from you. And of course, you put $200 in, and there's $1,000 pot, for example. We double it to 2,000, you get 400 back. The taxes we're going to eat, it looks like. Hopefully that doesn't come down to that, but we'll see what happens, right? So we got that coming. I'm going to be in AC next weekend. I'm going to be staying at the Hard Rock. I got a suite, and I'm going to a comedian show over at the Claridge, the Celebrity Theater, Comedians of the Compound, Friday night, and they're there Saturday as well. Why don't you come out, check it out? They're a great bunch of comedians. They're on the Compound Media channel. If you subscribe to them, please do. Great guys over there. I think everybody's really funny over there. I like them a lot. So check them out, right? And what else is there? So then we'll be doing a lot of gambling that weekend as well. Other than that, check us out, Mount Airy, Mount Pocono. Check us out at Mohegan Sun over here, Pocono Downs. And we'll be texting people out. We'll be posting things online. Check out my blog, regularfun.com. So there's all my sales pictures. So hopefully you go and do that shit. That would be really cool. Do that for me. Also, subscribe to this nonsense. I think I told you that. Like it already and do that kind of stuff. All right, because that would be super awesome. But it's been a go for me, and hopefully next week it'll be lucky because I have not had a good string of luck, which is why I've decided to dedicate this particular episode to bad luck and its attributes and components. Right. So, what is it? So there's a bunch of things that could go wrong. Most of the times it's your own bad decisions, but by and large, there are a number of mush types that are available. Mush, bad luck, El Molokio, Haiti Boo Boo Curse, the Tahitian, the Bishan, the Indian, Jangampi. There's a whole bunch out there. The Chinese Woohoo, the Sikabam Boom Boom. That's not real. And go out there and look them up on Wiki. I'll actually put a link to some of these things down here in the video. But by and large, there's a couple ways it happens. There could just be a bad luck event day. Some people have bad days. If I don't want to say September 11th, but some people will have a day that they just are never lucky, right? So you're in, you're out. And it goes the other way too. Some people just have a lucky day sometimes. That's fucking great. Where you can't miss on that day. You put a bet in, you go online, you go to the casino, you're always pulling money, you're always taking something. Something's good's always happening on that day. There's also the concept of a bad luck person and a good luck person. So I don't want to get the other way, but bad luck people are generally they're not lucky to be around. They cause bad luck to come around them. It's sort of a wave of bad luck. So you don't always lose all your money. You don't always lose the big bet. You don't always lose the small bet, but you lose enough that you're not making money the way you could, or they're just completely bad luck and you lose everything. Those people are mushes, are coolers. Coolers, though, interesting side point. So coolers at one point were considered so real that casinos would actually hire people known to have bad luck, and they would effectively go to a table, sit down and play with you, and when they were near you, cause terrible, terrible bad luck. I have a blog out about it. Check out there's a movie called The Cooler. William H. Macy is in it. Great, and Maria Bello, so beautiful. Go check that out. That's a great movie, and Alec Baldwin plays this shady mom and pop casino operator who basically uses William H. Macy to kind of fuck up everybody that's playing. It's great. It's an amazing movie, and it's what I base almost all of my life on, trying to turn my luck around on that kind of stuff. So good case study for a cooler. There's also they can also be wives, drink girls, things like that they show up and they cause an incident to give you bad luck. They're not necessarily ill will in any capacity. So there's that. There are people that have bad energy. So these are negative people. If you're a gambler, you know what I'm talking about. You go to the casino or you talk to the person on the phone. All they could talk about is complain, is explain how things aren't going well for them, how everybody in this world is trying to fuck them over. They're basically bringing their bad energy and coating it all over you. I have a number of friends in my crew that are bad energy people, and I try to avoid them. There's also haters. Haters tend to have mush powers. Cam and my cuz are very strong haters. They can mush you if they want to. And it's amazing. They have this ability to actually turn it on and off. So if they're rooting for you, you could potentially win a lot of money. But if they're against you, you're likely to lose money. It's just there's an energy they have that they can control it. And those people are special. Interesting to know, if you try to hate on them, they tend to play better. When the casinos have their eye on Cuz, he tends to be able to lock down and win a couple bucks. He's really good at that. I think he kind of likes the fight. Maybe things have changed. Maybe he misses the old Mafia Sicilian days. I don't know. So there's also those types of people out there that could actually play strong in the bad energy. That's not me, though. I need some good vibes. I need some positive thoughts. I need some hits. I want that table running. I want things going good. I want everybody clapping. And then finally, there are people with true evil powers. They're the ones that bring the Molokio to you. They're the ones that wish bad things upon you. I've once had somebody do a voodoo curse against me. That was a bad 12 years. And it takes a lot to reverse it. We're talking chicken killing, we're talking bloodletting, rum poured over smoking incense. These are not things that happen in a regular life, but this is how you do and how you manage this kind of shit and get over it. There was one time I was playing in Vegas, and I basically had been up. I think I hit a royal for 8K. I sat at a blackjack table. I hit for 9 or 10. And literally this guy came up to the table. He might have been an employed cooler, but it'd be weird for Planet Hollywood to have one. They're kind of big. Corporations don't really care about coolers that I know of. They don't think in that fashion. But this guy sat down and just for the next 15 or 20 minutes, continued his sob story, kept betting he bet right. He was playing cards right, but he was betting weird. And it was just messing up the whole table because it would take the energy away from it. And then he left and we never went again. And honestly, I ended up losing money on that trip and the trip after that. And things didn't really get back to normal until I had a series of W's. So one of the ways you beat the mush, one of the ways you burn out the bad luck is to start getting wins. And that's really why it's a mental game. You figure out how not to swing away at the dumb shit. Old man used to always say, it's not how you play when you win, it's how you play when you lose. And this sort of factors into that. But small W's will help you build the wave that ultimately crushes out your bad luck. And that's how it goes. And then you can hit that home run. But if you're like me and you swing for a home run from the get-go, lots of times you're going to strike out. It's just how it plays, So there's that too. And listen, there's a lot of times where it goes the other way, where there was a time in AC. I remember we were all getting crushed, and there was a guy walking. There's a blind dude that was walking in the area. We were near the staircase, and he literally was kind of feeling the stick around. But there was the casino has opulent stuff, and there was no like guardrail until you got to the step actually. So Cuz jumped up, ran over, and caught him right before he basically killed himself. It was the Taj. It's a long drop down. That was a Saturday morning, and by Sunday we had everybody recouped our losses. We were crushing it. We're killing everything. So there's the anti-mush as well. There's a lot of that positive vibe stuff. And that's a big deal, and that's kind of keep your energy up. Make sure you're happy. Battling mush. I put a couple things on. Check my post on Regular Fun. It's So You've Been Mushed. We have a nice little thing there. I'll put the link here below too. But it basically you stay well fed and rested. If you're tired, don't be fucking gambling. You're gonna make stupid calls. If something bad happens, get out immediately. Get away from that bad energy. If you've got somebody complaining on the table, you gotta stand up and walk away, or stop betting, or drop down to your lowest bet. You're gonna lose. That energy is not necessarily good. Again, there are people that play well in bad energy. My cousin in particular. So once he starts complaining at a table, I get up and I go. And he does great for the rest of the night. But if I stick around, it kind of goes the other way. So that's kind of one of those things. What else is there? You take a walk. Nice little kind of center yourself, if you will. I told you guys this before. If you're not doing well, it's AC. It's a great option. You could always change casinos. The next one's 5-10 minutes away, by car, by walk, by cab. And the great thing about AC is there's enough distractions that you could really take a general break when your luck's sort of turned down. And most mush energy doesn't last longer than a sleep session. So if you can't seem to get right, that's the way to go about it. What else is there? So, a lot of times you got to basically keep the positivity. I think I talked about that. I think that's all the cooler stuff. What else is there? Well, like I said, I've had a bad string of luck. I think I think we're beyond the sleeping mush energy. So there is a point where it's not just somebody that's generally unlucky. It's not just an unlucky day. If it's not just an unlucky week, if you're on a streak and you're even playing smart and you can't win, well, then at that point you might have something more dangerous than just a regular mush. We're talking evil eye. We're talking il malocchio. It's the same fucking thing. The Greeks have a name for it. I told you there's actually an Indian Chinese sort of a name for this as well. Basically, it means someone wishes you ill will, so they could curse you, and it sticks, if you will. There's also, of course, rituals like Haitian voodoo shit. But if you have one of those, you're talking shaman to redemption, and that's that could be a career-ending gambling kind of quitting move. But what we're going to do today is we're going to see if I actually have the evil eye, because I'm, as I said, it's been now, I think, 13 weeks that I have not been able to really have a W. So we're going to take this is the old Italian method for testing this. I believe also the Greeks test this way as well. Use a regular glass of water. And let me make sure this can actually fit in here. Let's see if I can zoom this bitch in a little bit. That's not what I wanted. Come on, baby. There you go. Oh, you're so close. There we are. That did nothing at all, didn't it? So you can see the glass of water. And effectively what happens is as follows. If I put the drop of oil in, you take a regular glass of water, it should be blessed. And it's okay. I'm a virgin, so that's practically having a priest here. You bless the water, and basically the idea is, oh, you guys can't see it in the other screen. I'm sorry. How about now? A little bit more. Eat. There you go. So you bless the water. Nomine Padre. We got some holy water here. Holy water works best for the test. Holy water works best for the test. Period. Take any kind of oil. This house only has EVOO. There's nothing I could do about that. It's sort of it's a mandate by law. The Italian police come and kill you if you don't. And we're going to put a drop in. Now, the idea is if it immediately sinks to the bottom within a short period of time, I've been cursed. I've been malocchioed. My life is currently going to be in shit luck. And then we're going to have to go into exactly how to uncurse myself. This is pretty big shit right now. I'm a little bit worried. I'm pretty sure I'm cursed. Let's see what happens. All right. It's coming together. It's coagulating. If it all collects into one drop and it doesn't drip to the bottom, I'm not cursed. I don't know if you guys could see this, but we're doing pretty good. There is no oil dropping to the bottom. You see that? So that means that technically, according to this Guido shit, I am not cursed. That is terrible fucking news. Because that means either I'm a bad gambler, which cannot be possibly true, or I have been voodoo cursed. It's not the first time it's happened. Like I said, I was voodoo cursed 12 years ago. It took me a while to beat it. I'm going to have to call some of my friends in the voodoo collective. We're going to have to reverse this. This is going to be one of those more difficult situations. This is not good news. And I was wondering why. I've been in recently a lot of bad luck. Like I said, I haven't hit a royal in quite some time. I went to the Nugget where I traditionally am able to take a good score there. Their craps tables and blackjack tables are always good to me, particularly the blackjack. I could sit a Golden Nugget blackjack table in Atlantic City. Their high limit's pretty cheap. It's 50 most days. I think on weekends with shows it might get to 100, but generally great local place. I could play that blackjack and win. I'll call it 90% of the time, and I'll cash in for one. Might walk away at 3, 4. Always a good session. Hours if I want to. So and any of the video poker, I can lose. I can lose there. I don't want to act like I don't lose there on video poker. but I've had big enough wins where I could just walk away with a big chunk of change. So it looks like I'm going to have to do some additional shaman research and see what's going on there, because I lost the golden nugget. I got murdered. I also lost at I lost at Oceans as well, and I shouldn't have. Oceans is I've been on the hottest streak I've ever been at in my life for a casino, where I think minus this last loss that I went to there, and I was swinging from behind, so it was a bad start. I think I'm 95% there, or I've been there easily 100 times, and maybe 5 times in my life I've lost at Oceans. So particularly love the high limit machines, but now it's a lot more difficult. One of my suspicions with the current COVID situation is that casinos will shut off every other machine. Now, here's the thing. You talk about video poker game odds, you talk about slot odds, table odds, whatever have you. Video poker and slot odds, you can configure, the machines are configurable. So if someone tells you that jacks are better, has a 99.7% return ratio, which means to say if you put in $1,000 traditionally over infinity, you will have back $997 back. So you're only losing $3 in that time, if all things being equal, right? That is the general game's return ratio. There are other settings that these machines can have outside of the random number generator, which can either make them luckier or unluckier. And you know, casinos can say yes or no, but I've played applications on my phone that allow you to tweak these things. Very simple, very straight, the same strategy. And it's very obvious that this is a programming that probably can be ingrained inside that software. So I would argue that with these machines being all turned off, the casinos are obligated to ensure that across the casino there is a general percentage payback. So I think in Pennsylvania it's 85%, and in Atlantic City it's 82% or something like that, right? Where again, $100 in across the board over infinity, the machine should, the entire casino should only be raking in roughly $15 for every $100 that are put through. That's a hard number to prove. So everybody always wonders how the Gambling Commission keeps track of these places, how they make sure they are paying back properly. And there's ways, there's methods. Basically, it's being able to prove exactly what kind of I said, which is over the course of, the easiest way the Gambling Commission can prove it is by looking at the win-loss sheets of the casino itself, and they basically take a flat number. They don't necessarily go machine to machine to check to see how they're paying back, although I think they do have a test around it. I'll have to do more research on that. I don't have that answer right now. But like I said, I think there's a button. I think people push the button when they have to. And that's where that is. Anyway, so I got to break that. I got to figure out a way to break this. I might have to go full defensive mode on my gambling, which is very disappointing. I haven't gone full defensive mode, which is essentially I go back to dollar betting if things get really bad, and I shrink my budget down to nothing. So I might be doing that soon, because if you can't really tried the reset thing. I've tried disappearing for casinos for a time. It didn't seem to work. I think it's reset time where betting's got to go back down to almost nothing, and I build it back up until I start to get hot again. It's sort of the way it's got to go. You want to play with the casino's money, not with your own. Everybody knows that. And that's, I think, everything that we have to talk about. You know, in the future episodes, we're going to try to have people calling in. I'm going to try to have some more stuff going on. Right now, of course, I've got the studio still in flux. It is very not done. So you guys are just looking at Vegas behind me. Hopefully I'll have some more cities to come. I'd love to get AC Skyline up here. I got a beautiful picture of it. Maybe next week we'll do that one. I'm going to try to show some videos. We're going to start posting some jackpots We actually hit them. Of course, I'm so unlucky right now. I'm not hitting nothing. So I think that's it. Why don't you guys please do me a favor? Like I said, subscribe to this thing, give it a like, share it with people if you can. Check us out on Facebook, the Regular Fun page. Go to Twitter, GFY, Marca. Instagram is Regular Fun Media. Check out our, what else is there? Oh, Instagram, Regular Fun, Twitter, Regular Fun Posts. And that, I think, is our show. Thanks so much, everybody. And we will see you next week. Good luck.